Last week I made a video about Radiohead and their Hail to the Thief album and the satanic information that's hidden in there. Now, one of my very favorite songs, which narcissists also love, but one of my very favorite songs is called the... Give me a sec here, guys. I need to move my video editor to the top. It's called Pyramid Song. I thought it was Pyramid Song, but I just want to make sure. So, I just watched the music video for Pyramid Song, and because I don't want to get a strike, I already have plenty of those for posting on health. I'm not going to show you, but it's on YouTube, it's probably on Rumble, and I'm sure it's on just a Google search as well. So there is a music video for Radiohead Pyramid Song. This song was made around 2000, so even though today the graphics are very dated and they're not very good, at the time it was released, they were pretty good. They still weren't like great, but they weren't as blocky and horrible as they look now. The song in the music video has like a low dimensional, like 3D character. It looks kind of like a penguin human. There's no color or anything like that, but I think it starts on the dock. It starts on a dock, and now I have to watch a car commercial because I don't want to mess this up. So it's on a dock, looking off, and then this character dives into the water with scuba gear. Let's see. So I'm playing the video again as I narrate this because I don't want to mess it up. So at first there's kind of like choppy, flickery looking zoomed in image of the ocean. So it's almost like there was a camera in a balloon or something. It's spinning around and videotaping the top of the ocean. And then I think it stabilizes, or maybe it was going forward very quickly and then it slows down. Then you can tell. So before you couldn't really tell it was the top of the ocean. Now you can see you're looking at the top of the ocean. And the camera pans to a dock where the Penguin Man, which is this dated 3D figure, comes out. And then he's looking over the edge of the dock, down at the water. And then on this dock is like a breathing tank, like an oxygen tank. So next thing you see is under the water. And then you see a line going down. And here's this figure scuba diving. And you see like a whole city underwater with like an upside down chair going up. And so the figure scuba dives down into the water. It's like Atlantis, but it's modern day. It could be the United States. There are street lights, there are power lines, everything under the water. And so the figure is just going through, and they have a really long line following them. You could say it's like the silver cord, but I think it's their scuba line. So it's kind of weird that nothing seems to be damaged under the water. It's like an entire city with high-rise buildings, skyscrapers. There's lights under the water. Well, it looks kind of neat, but it is very dated. Sorry. Hey, naughty. There's cars under the water, just parked down there. Apparently, there are no other people that I see in this video. There's a bunch of skeletons, so there's dead bodies. And there's just streets. It could be like modern day America. And the figure is just scuba diving along the streets like you would walk down the streets. And then there's like a door with stained glass on it. It says 214. So if you add up 2 plus 1 plus 4, that equals 7. And there was a light coming through. So they open the door, and the figure goes through the door. And there's like a little crab under the water, and it scuttles. Then the figure opens another door and goes in. It's still set up just like a regular room. It's like a dining room. So the scuba diving figure moves the chair, sets the chair, and then sits down on the recliner in front of what is a TV. They sit down in front of a television. And obviously television wouldn't work here. But so then they're by themselves. There were some skeletons, dead bodies, and they just sit down under the water like nothing has happened, and then you follow the line up to the top of the water, and the sky is like dark orange, like a reddish orange, and then you see a light, like an orb in the sky, and then there's another orb, and they are zipping around. The sky does have a hellish look to it. It's a very reddish orange color. So above the water is like a cloudy sky that almost looks like hellish smoke or something. Now there's four orbs, and they're zipping around. So maybe these are the spirits of some dead. Now there's 5. Spirits of some dead people? I don't know, because there were skeletons under the water. Or maybe this video means nothing at all. Maybe it was just something to go along with a song which is very satanic. This song is very satanic. I do love this song. It's really beautiful. So, I am going... No, okay, at the end, then the lights that were in the sky kind of going around, then they like zip up. So then they go back to heaven, I guess. And I think these orbs are often described by people as what some angels look like. So they were above the water, probably observing what was going on, or possibly the souls or spirits of some of the deceased that are below the water. And so the same album that this song is on, I don't remember what it's called, maybe it's Amnesiac, but the same album that this is on has like an image of like a stick figure, and then like the water, and the water is the same color of red. It's like a hellish red color, like a smoky fire color. So let me see if I can pull that up for you guys. Okay, so yeah, I do see. My dogs never stop barking. My dogs never stop barking. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put on my screen capture real quick to show you guys. So I gotta take the video off. Okay, so here is the here is the image of the. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry, guys. I had this set up split screen at some point. Okay. So this is the album that Pyramid Song is on. And so, like, it looks like this is maybe the line for the scuba gear. Maybe this is the water. I don't know. But here is a figure, and it's crying. So this is, it's not positive. I don't think this is a good thing. There's probably more that goes into it. And maybe it means nothing at all, and it's artistic. But this red color is the same color in the sky, and I do believe that it's hellish. So now I'm going to read you guys the lyrics. And the lyrics are really what make this song satanic. So this song was made in 2001. Okay, so I jumped in the river, and what did I see? First of all, the Marine Kingdom is connected to the rivers, and this is where you have the Watchers, the fallen angels, the Nephilim that survived the flood. So the demons that survived the flood were crossbreeds and hybrids of beings that could breathe underwater. So you have things like mermaids and Leviathan, which is a sea serpent. And so all of these demons that are still living today, unless God has recently taken them out, are in the oceans, in the Marine Kingdom. And they can come up through the rivers, and I've even heard stories of them coming through people's plumbing. But anyways, he jumped in the river. This is significant, because those of us that know about the devil's army, the kingdom of darkness, is actually under the water. And so this being a river will give access to those demonic entities. Black-eyed angels. Okay, guys, so black-eyed angels are the fallen angels. And also, to show you what I mean, um, like this. Black-eyed angels that he's singing about, they are not your good angels. So I actually searched black-eyed narcissist because that looks like the image I have in my mind, even though it's not talking about a narcissist. Narcissists are demonically possessed, which is why sometimes they will exhibit these black eyes. Dog, stop! I'm trying to make a video. My dogs are so loud. Okay, so these are the type of black eyes. These are the type of black eyes that the fallen angels will have. Excuse me. Okay. So black-eyed angels swam with me in the rivers. That's connected to the ocean, which is where the marine kingdom is. A moon full of stars and astral cars. Okay, guys, so for those of us who know, above the earth is the firmament. So we have a lid on our earth to keep us from getting out. Not that we would get out, but to keep bad demons, fallen angels, from getting back into heaven. And to keep us from just flying up into heaven. There is a lid there, and there are doors, portals, and right above that is a layer of water. We know this in the creation in Genesis. They count there was waters above the firmament and waters below. So above the earth and above that firmament, well, actually in that firmament we have the sun, moon, and stars. This is what Scripture says. Okay? So right here we have a moon full of stars and astral cars. Astral cars, the vehicles that are in the sky, in the firmament, are the vehicles that the angels drive. But in this video, the three-dimensional character that goes under the water passes by vehicles that are under the water. So that, like, the waters above the firmament and the waters below. So probably while the song is talking about astral cars, you see the cars in the sunken city. And this is a clue that these heavenly vehicles, the vehicles that these angels are driving actually in water. The water's in the firmament, which is above the earth. Now, maybe I'm extrapolating too much here. But when it says astral cars, they would maybe be like your Jetsons cars, zipping through the sky, flying cars, but in the heavens there is a firmament, which is full of water. And this is where your sun, moon, and stars are. And so I believe these vehicles will be like boats, vehicles that move through the water, like our vehicles drive on the ground. And at the same time, they are showing vehicles under the ground, where there are dead bodies and skeletons. All the things I used to see, all my lovers were there with me. And so is this where the skeletons are? Or is this where we see the orbs? I don't know. So this to me means things that have passed away, things that have died, because it says things I used to see. And how could he get all of his past lovers together? If he even knew who they were, why would they want to be in the same environment together? All my past and futures. So this is something spiritual. And we all went to heaven in a little rowboat. And this is another thing. There's waters below, and there's waters above. So the waters below are what we see in this video. But likewise, the firmament above is full of water. And so to go to heaven, you would need to get through water. But normally you could go through portals and tunnels, and you wouldn't have to go through the water. If you went through the tunnels and portals, you probably would not need to go through the waters. But if you were not going through those, and you were going your own way, you would probably need to ride a boat to the heavens. There was nothing to fear, nothing to die. I jumped into the river. Black-eyed angels does not seem very positive there. These sound very evil. Swam with me. A moon full of stars and astral cars and all the things I used to see. All my lovers were there with me. All my past and my futures. And we all went to heaven in a little rowboat. There was nothing to fear and nothing to doubt. But here's the thing. If you are hanging out with black-eyed angels, you will not go to heaven. And God will block them. That's why we have a firmament as well. So not just any human can get into heaven, but also to keep those fallen angels from getting back in. And you can clearly see the symbology the symbology on this album is not positive. So, as you see, this is a sad crying figure, and they're submerged into something red, which would probably be the water, and this would probably be like hell. So I guess there is nothing to fear and nothing to doubt when you know that you're already in hell or going to hell, and nothing can stop that. Guys, if you have any more information about this that I don't, I would love to hear it. But I do enjoy the song. I like the song. But Black-Eyed Angels, humans don't have black eyes. You can have very dark brown eyes, but humans do not have black eyes. I believe the black eyes are like what we see in many demonic figures like this. So if you saw and you swam with black-eyed angels or mermaids or Leviathan, then I believe that he is referring to fallen angels. Thanks for watching.